Thank you, Eric. Good morning. Thank you for all of you for coming out this morning, this beautiful, cool, crisp fall day. We just got back from Arizona last night, so I'm a little in shock. It's a little cool. Thank you very much, NEDA. Thank you, Sandy and Eric and your family for donating your time and energy. It's well needed and very much appreciated. I would also like to thank all those here today that are actively working on their recovery and were brave enough to come out today. I would like to acknowledge those in their recovery, supporting others in their recovery, and very importantly, the loved ones and treatment providers that support all of us along the way. So thank you for being here. I'd like to dedicate this speech and my walk today to 5 amazing women. 5 amazing women that are no longer walking this earth with us because of their battle with their bodies. Chrissy, Jamie, Tiffany, Mandy, and Danielle. As many of you know, I am a student of yoga. Like eating disorders and eating disorder recovery, yoga comes with a lot of myths and misconceptions in our culture. I'd like to compare and contrast both of those journeys today a little bit and help us to understand recovery and eating disorders further and just our own journey together as humans, because as the doctor said, we're not separate. There's no difference between those of us that struggle in this life in different ways and those of us that struggle through it and have an eating disorder experience. Number 1, yoga is a multifaceted, non-linear journey and path. Contrary to popular belief, it's not just about the poses, it's not just about our body and doing headstands or fun stuff like that on Instagram. It's certainly not about getting a yoga body. It's about the breath, it's about ethics, it's about mindfulness. It moves off the mat with you. Eating disorders are often very narrowly looked at as well. Most assume they're just about thinness, about looking good, or only your weight, or changing your body. People assume that they're just still for young, white, affluent females. Nothing could be further from the truth. Eating disorders are about our thoughts, our beliefs, our perceptions. They're about our emotions, our hopes, our dreams, our fears. They're about our relationships with ourselves and our relationships with others, our relationship to the world. Secondly, yoga and eating disorders are for everybody. You'll constantly hear, I can't do yoga, I'm too big, I'm too inflexible, black people don't do yoga, there's all these misconceptions. Some think yoga is just for women and only done in expensive yoga pants in fancy studios, or that it's just for hippies, monks, Buddhists. I teach not only women of average weight in the prime of their years, I teach men. I teach seniors, I teach kids, I teach to those of size, I teach to people in the depths of their anorexia. I teach people battling anxiety, depression, cancer, and I teach in churches, in corporations, in schools, in treatment centers, and in homeless shelters. I teach in the city, I teach in the country. I even teach yoga with horses, believe it or not. And I teach to a beautiful rainbow of students from different varied ethnicities. Similarly, many still believe eating disorders are only, affecting that limited population. And unfortunately, eating disorders are an equal opportunity illness. They can affect and do affect anyone, anytime, and a little can go a long way, just like with yoga. You don't have to have a long-term practice to reap the benefits of yoga in your life. A little bit, 5 minutes a day, I tell some of my students, 3 breaths. And with an eating disorder, same thing. You don't have to have a long-term journey. You don't have to get severely underweight, severely overweight for it to have grave effects in your life. Mostly, to me, just having the joy sucked out of your life. And lastly, yoga and eating disorders are both about life. But here's where it starts to differ a little than the path of yoga. Yoga is about moving into life, about expanding, about becoming bigger, about taking up our space, about being our true selves. The fancy word for that in yoga is Atman Vidya. You don't have to remember that. My interpretation of that is I am awesome, okay? Eating disorders, on the other hand, are about moving away from life, about contracting, about cutting ourselves off from those we love. And the saddest part, cutting ourselves off from our dharma, our purpose. We're all here for a reason. Just the fact that we're in a body on this earth at this time proves that you are worthy. And whether you want to be a mom or you want to find the cure to cancer, it doesn't matter. What calls to your heart, what makes you come alive, what makes you feel. And by the way, you don't need to apologize for how you feel. LeBron didn't apologize for breaking down in tears. When you feel, own it. When you have an idea, name it, state it, be seen. Or as I like to say to many of my yoga students, sparkle, damn it. Unfortunately, this disease took the lives of 5 very special women. It took their bodies, but it cannot touch their souls. And so today, when you're walking, I want you to remember their names, along with LeBron's. And there's a mantra in yoga, Sat Nam. And it means, I am truth, my name is truth. And so again, I say their names. Chrissy, Jamie, Tiffany, Danielle, and Mandy. Thank you, ladies, for being angels. Walk with us today, and may everybody know their beauty, their worth, their purpose. Namaste.